So on the next 3 slides, I have examples. My suggestion is that you pause the video, see if you can work out the problem for yourself, and then check your answer. If you're stuck and you don't know what to do, then work along with me on this one, and then on the next one, do the same thing. Okay, so our problem here says, in dogs, the gene for fur color has 2 alleles. The dominant allele, capital F, codes for gray fur, and the recessive allele, lowercase f, codes for black fur. All right, so the information we have after that is the dog is heterozygous. The female dog is heterozygous. The male dog is homozygous recessive. What is the probability of all phenotypes and genotypes of their puppies? So the first thing we need to do is remember what heterozygous and homozygous recessive means. Remember, heterozygous means that the dog has 1 dominant allele and 1 recessive allele. So the female's genotype is going to be capital F and lowercase f. Oops, that is supposed to be a lowercase f. Okay, and then the male dog is homozygous recessive. So remember, when we see homo, that reminds us that the same, and recessive is lowercase, and so we will have 2 recessive alleles. Will be lowercase f, lowercase f. Okay, so now we're ready to set up our Punnett square. So remember, the male's genotype goes on the top, so I'm going to take this lowercase f and lowercase f and put 1 above each column. And the female is heterozygous, so I'm going to put the capital F next to the top row and the lowercase f next to the bottom row. Whenever we have heterozygous, we want to put the capital letter first. So now we're going to take those and distribute them. And so I'm going to go box by box. And so I'm going to look at this box right here, the top left. And I see that over on the left, there is a capital F and lowercase f. And so we have capital and lowercase. Okay. And then in this bottom box right here, I see a capital or lowercase f above it and a lowercase f to the left. Top right box. Oops, let me go back. Top right box, I have a capital F to the left. And above it, I have a lowercase f. And then in the bottom right to the left, I have a lowercase f. And above it, I have a lowercase f also. So these are all the possible genotypes. And so then I have some of it listed out here for you. I'm going to go through here and we're going to look. So we're going to look at how many of these boxes have capital F. And as I look through each of these boxes, I see that none of them have 2 capital letters. So the probability of that genotype is 0 out of 4. Okay. Then I'm going to look at how many boxes have capital F, lowercase f. I see that the top 2 boxes have capital F, lowercase f, and the bottom do not. So I have a 2 out of 4 probability of having that genotype. And then I see in the bottom 2 boxes, they're both lowercase. And so there's also a 2 in 4 probability of having a homozygous recessive genotype. Okay, so again, remember you can add these up, and it should add up to 4 out of 4 or 1. Okay, then I'm going to look at the phenotypes. Remember up here it says that gray is dominant and black is recessive. So in order to be black, it has to have 2 lowercase f's. In order to be gray, it has to have at least 1 capital F. And so for black, we're looking for 2 lowercase f's. We see that there's 2 boxes with that in it. So there's a 2 in 4 chance that it is black. And for gray, we're looking for boxes that have at least 1 capital F in them. And we see that there's 2 of those. So there's a 2 in 4 probability that the dog's offspring have gray fur.